near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive, because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man left side. It's a tight end to Guara. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. An option handoff here to Dobbins. Oh, nice move. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. These two teams all tied after one. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it with Dobbins. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Jones. Dances by him, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, it's Jones. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The give is to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson going to keep it running right. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's able to pick up the first down. Before he goes down at the 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back, reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
51, Mike 51. 13. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Jones. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
On 3rd down. It's Jones, and he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run it in with Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Packers have moved out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. Second down and 8. Jackson now. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Ravens 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit. Because
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go play action with Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again to Jones. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Jones. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Ravens have got it. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Oh, ball.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down. They'll run it with Jones. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return is Duvernay. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10.
Mike, check. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Jackson forced out to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
to throw. Jackson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
You'll get nothing.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Packers 42, Ravens 28. Mason Crosby.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return is Duvernay. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Jackson will throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw again. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He's here. Mike 51. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And returning right back to Boykin. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation. I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that. Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers throwing here. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Rodgers looking to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now Rodgers on the move to his left. And it's complete to Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
At the 19-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
Let's go! Dang, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And